Welcome to Blue Heron Hill. I'm Sue. In the kitchen again today. Cold day outside, snowing and blowing, but I have from my pantry a box full of potatoes that I haven't gone through yet, and they're already sprouting. So I have to process these, and I'm going to pressure can them. That's what you have to do with potatoes because they aren't a low acid food. So they must be pressure canned. I will save out a few of these to plant in my garden in the springtime, but I am going to get a handle on what I have left to get them into my pantry for some long-term storage. So what I'm doing, peeling and putting them all in a container of water while I get them all fixed up and ready to go. I'm going to take these, I have some with some eye spots and everything that I will cut out. And I'm going to dice these up into about, half an inch, 3/4 of an inch, and put them in quart jars to process. So I'm going to get busy with all of this, and I'll be back when I'm ready to jar them up. Okay, I freshly rinsed these off probably about 2 or 3 times, cut them up into somewhere in the vicinity of about 1-inch cubes. Now I put my quart jars in the oven. That's just to warm them. I'm not trying to sterilize them or anything. They are going to go into the pressure canner, which will sterilize them. Anything that goes into a pressure canner for at least 10 minutes, the jars will be fine. As long as they've been washed with soapy water and they are clean, they will be fine. Don't need to sterilize them or anything like that. But I put them in my oven at about 180 degrees just to warm them up because they've been in my basement, which is probably at about 55 degrees. And I will be pouring boiling water into these jars after I pack them with these potatoes. It may elicit some thermal reaction where the glass may crack. I didn't want that to happen, so I just warmed up my jars before I stack them up with these potatoes, and I pour boiling hot water into them. So let me get those out and we'll pack up our jars. I don't know how many this will fit, so I got out 6. I'm hoping I have 6 at least. I have another spare one just hanging out back there. So let's see what we get when they're all filled up. You want to fill it within 1 inch at space. Looks like I have just enough for 6 jars. That is wonderful. I hate to run my pressure canner without having a full load or close to a full load. I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of salt in each one of these quart jars. This is just for flavor. I have in the past put some herbs in here, an herb salt. Makes a great mashed potato, just all ready to go. Okay, make sure these get down there below the 1-inch mark. It's important to debubble. You look at all these chunky potatoes in here, there are, and even as I move it, there are air bubbles coming to the top. So just swing around just a bit here to make sure any or all air bubbles are gone. Use a wooden or a plastic skewer of some sort, not metal. It may scratch your jars. It may cause them to break. I will cut up some of these potatoes just to make sure they stay below that water line, or the 1-inch line. I will check my level here. Okay, going to top off this one a little bit. I wanted to show you, this is a 4 jars funnel here, and it has markings for all of the different head spaces: 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1 inch. And so you don't need this anymore, because I have wide mouth. You place this in here, and right at the bottom rim of this is your 1-inch mark. So convenient. I had funnels before, but when I saw this, I thought, oh, that's brilliant. And it's metal, and it's not plastic like this thing. I've had these before, and they've broken, not from use, but just from playing with. I'm going to clean my rims with vinegar. I usually get vinegar in a large gallon size, but long ago I bought this size, and I keep that size refilled all the time in my kitchen, ready and handy. And so I don't have to have that big gallon jug of vinegar. Check your rims to see if you have any chips or nicks or anything. And so we're ready. Fingertip tight. And these are going to go into my pressure canner. And as usual, you bring it up until you have a steady stream of steam that comes out your vent. And then I put my pressure gauge on it till the pressure builds till it's about at the 10-11 mark, because of my altitude under 1,000 feet. And then, according to the ball canning guide, for 1 quart of white potatoes, you pressure can it for 40 minutes. So I'm going to get them in there. I'm going to do that, and I'll bring you back when they're all done. I wanted to introduce you to a new product that we're producing on our homestead. And it's really not new because they're eggs. But we have new laying hens, and we have speckled Sussex, which we have 2 already, but we have 3 more. And they lay these cute, so far they're cute. They're small. They'll get a little bit bigger, but the girls are new to laying eggs. But they're on the small side, but just as delicious. And then we have a well summer. And I don't know if you see this. Look at how pretty that is. Look at the speckling on that egg. This is a well summer chicken. I'll insert a picture here. And we ordered 3 back in, I think we got them in August. Well, as it turned out, we have 2 hens and 1 rooster. Surprise, surprise. We've never had, well, we have had 1 rooster that we did rehome. He was a gorgeous rooster, but he was a Rhode Island Red, but we weren't ready to have roosters at the time. This particular one is extremely friendly. Ever since they were chicks, I was in the habit of picking all 6 of them, because we had 6 total speckled Sussex and Welsummers. I was in the habit of picking them up daily, a couple times a day, and feeding them from my hand. So they are very friendly, very used to me, and not at all, you know, too skittish around me. But anyway, this rooster is relatively friendly, but he is a big boy. And he does vocalize quite a bit. So we are in an area that's quite rural, but yet I do have summertime residents on either side of us. But they've all indicated that they're not too worried about having a rooster. So we'll see what the summer brings and whether Willie is a welcome addition to the neighborhood. This year we named our chickens after female literary writers. And so Willie used to be Agatha, as for Agatha Christie, but he had to have a name change. So we named him Shakespeare, and now he's Willie for short. So maybe during the coming up videos and when the weather starts turning nice and I'm outside more, we will show you Willie in his environment and see how he's turning out to be a very protective rooster. Right now he's still a little scared of some of the other girls, but he's asserting his dominance. Anyway, so we'll be back to when the potatoes come out of the pressure canner. There we go, 6 quarts of luscious potatoes ready for any kind of meal. They make a great mashed potato. Don't throw out that liquid. It is very starchy. It's really good when you make mashed potatoes. If you need a little bit more liquid into your potatoes as you're mashing them, use that liquid and or a little bit of milk and butter. It's really good, and it's great in your soups if you want to thicken your soups too. When you use the potatoes in soups and stews. I saved my potatoes that were sprouting and now have 6 quarts to go down into my pantry. So thanks for following along with me on this video. These will be great down in my pantry. I didn't have really a huge crop of potatoes, so I probably will have to buy some at the store on down the line. This is not going to last me until I get my new potatoes out of the garden in the summertime. So until the next time that you can join me in the kitchen, because nobody's digging in the dirt out there. It's too cold and it's under inches of snow. So stay tuned for more videos. I'll be doing a lot more in the kitchen over the winter time, and I'm going to be starting a lot of new seed starting videos, and so follow along with me. So until the next time that we can go cooking in the kitchen, bye.